It's spooky season for most of us, which means there are many activities that we can do to celebrate during this time of year, including corn mazes, haunted houses, eating candy, and of course, spooky board games. Just like last year, I've compiled a list of spooky, scary board games that I think would be fun for you and your friends and family to play. And if you are a fan of this spooky season, I would kindly request that you check out last year's video, which I will link up here somewhere. But without further ado, let's get started. One Night Ultimate Werewolf is a party social deduction board game. You'll first determine who will be your storyteller, or use their app as the storyteller. Each of your other players will be given a role. You'll either be on the village team or the werewolves team. The players can sit or stand around a table with their character cards in front of them. There are always 3 extra character cards in the middle to create unnecessary suspicion of who's who. All players will close their eyes and the storyteller will begin giving instructions to each of the type of players. The werewolves always start, either finding each other in the crowd or knowing that they're the lone wolf in this game. Villagers would then be called in the game's designated order. Certain villagers have special abilities that allow them to look at their own cards, other players' cards, or the cards in the middle. Other villagers cause chaos, switching around players' characters or their own character with another. Once all players have taken their night action, the storyteller will tell everyone to wake up and have to deduce who they think is the hidden werewolf. If the werewolf is found out and killed, the village wins. If no werewolf is killed, the werewolves win. Because of the quickness of this game, and really one round to deduce who the werewolf is, it's a great spooky party game to play over and over again. Another party deduction game that has been praised throughout the board game community is Blood on the Clock Tower. This iteration of a social deduction game is meaty, with many types of characters and demonic entities. You'll have several nights of discussion and rounds to determine who is the demon, but if you take too long, you might get killed before you have the chance to win. If you want to learn how to play or watch a full in-depth game of this, I highly recommend No Rolls Barred, who are obsessed with this game and have been playing many rounds of it, including a very cool full production of the game. You can also check out my good friend Mackenzie's channel, Side Game LLC, where he sings its praises as well, so go check him out and help him reach 3,000 subs. But overall, Blood on the Clock Tower is an excellent spooky game to play with a good group of friends. Our next game I covered in last year's video, but it has another version. It's Horrified American Monsters, featuring 6 different American cryptids, including the Banshee of the Badlands, the Chupacabra, the Ozark Howler, Mothman, the Jersey Devil, and Bigfoot. All players work together to defeat any assortment of monsters, usually starting with 2 monsters, but you can increase the number of monsters if you want a challenge. Each player is randomly given a hero, each with their own different stats and special abilities. Following the setup of each of your monsters, then you're ready to play. You start with the hero phase. Your hero can move around the town and get certain colored items to help with your overall objective. Once one hero has gone, it's the monsters phase. You pull 1 monster card, doing the following: pulling out the number of items at the top of the card, and following the instructions underneath the main picture. You'll either move the monster additional spaces or bring out a villager. A villager can be a hindrance or a help. If you get the villager where they belong, your hero can get a hero card, giving them an advantage in the game. However, if a monster attacks a villager, the terror meter goes up. If your terror meter gets too high, you lose. However, if a hero is in the same space as a monster and a villager, the monster will attack the hero first. Once you follow the monster's instructions, there are little icons on the very bottom of the card indicating what monsters are affected. Then, the monsters will move that many spaces and get to roll that many attack dice. You roll the dice, and if any of them have the hit icon, whatever person is in the same space as the monster will get attacked. If your hero is hit and defeated, you lose your items and move to the hospital. If your monster can't reach any spaces with people, no attack will be made. Work your way through the game and try to defeat the monsters before time or cards run out. Horrified and Horrified American Monsters is a great addition to anyone's spooky board games collection. Our final game is called The Night Cage, a horror-themed cooperative maze game. Each of your players have awoken in a very dark and dismal place. The only things in front of you are a candle and a darkened hallway. Your goal is for each player to find a skeleton key, find a gate, and escape together. As you enter through this labyrinth, only your candle lights the path, one tile around you. As you move from one tile to another, whatever is left in darkness vanishes, and new paths will appear. It's ever-changing for each player, but be wary, because you aren't the only things in the labyrinth. There are monsters called wax eaters. If they see movement, will attack in one direction, knocking you down and blowing out your candle. You can avoid an attack if there is an open hallway for you to get out of the wax eater's path. Or, if you need to stand still, you can spend a nerve. If your candle is blown out, however, you must always keep moving. But don't worry, other players can light your candle if they are within a tile from you. Once each player obtains a key, all the players must congregate at the same gate and escape together. If you run out of tiles before that task is accomplished, then you are lost to the darkness forever. If you and your friends find escaping too easy, there are other monsters that you can add to the labyrinth, making it that much more dangerous to roam its dark hallways. From the gritty, haunting artwork to the tension of finding out what tiles will reveal, The Night Cage is an excellent game to really get you into the spooky season. I hope that you enjoyed this list of spooky and scary board games that I think would be very fun to play during this season. I'd love to know which ones I've missed or games that you didn't see me mention that you really love to play. Please comment down below for that. But anyway, thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Hay rides. Corn mazes.
That's quite a bit.
Yeah, it is.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Smoothness. Thanks so much for watching.